choke you. Hands down, the worst. Talk about spitting on my soul. I'm here to keep you young and updated. Top travel hacking mistakes. Mistake number 1, redeeming your points for cashback or gift cards.
I'm going to choke you so you'll remember to not do it for cashback.
Okay. Do not redeem your points for cashback. Do not let your ancestors roll in their grave. Because the value you get when you redeem it for cashback is just a measly one little penny. One little penny is all you get. But if you do it properly, then you're gonna get at least a 2x, 3x, 4x, up to 10x, even more sometimes, depending on the lucrativeness. But in general, you're gonna want at least a few x multiple, right? This is hands down the worst way to redeem your points, your hard-earned points. I'd rather you hoard it, honestly, and just accumulate it than to use it for cashback. Like, talk about spitting on my soul. Mistake number 2, using the same freaking credit card for every single purchase. Yes, obviously we all have to start somewhere, but I'm telling you, you need to start looking at your monthly expenses. And if most of your expenses are grocery, you need a grocery card. If your expenses are mostly dining out, you need a card that rewards you extra for dining. If you own a business and you do a lot of advertising, then you need an ad card. Ink Preferred, Amex Golds, I could list a whole bunch, but what you could do is easily pop on Mr. Google and say, hi, what's the best credit card for groceries? Hi, what's the best credit card for A, B, C? You know what? I'm gonna make y'all a list. That's a great idea. I'm gonna make y'all a list. I'll make you a list on my blog someday. I will announce it. I will let you know. And I'll let you know if you have certain expenses, which card is best for that, right? Because you wanna maximize your points. So that's why you'll want specific cards for specific expenses, especially the expenses that are your big ones monthly. Mistake number 3, exclusively applying for co-branded credit cards. Avoid starting with a co-branded airline card or hotel card at first, because it does limit your flexibility. If you open a Hilton card and you're only acquiring Hilton points, you only can use it on Hilton, and Hilton points are sometimes kind of poo-poo, to be honest. So depending on the offer, depending on a lot of things, just leave it to the pros. You need to have some catch-all cards for travel, some catch-all cards to accumulate points. Citi, Chase, Amex, Capital One. Even worse than applying for an airline co-branded card or a hotel co-branded card, because it's very doable, but you do need some expertise with it. Worse than that, the worst of the worst, is opening freaking store credit cards. Oh my lord. Do you really need a Bass Pro credit card? Do you need a Macy's credit card? Do you need a, I don't know, TJ Maxx credit card? Like, that is so not beneficial. Maybe it might be to the rare cases, but no, I can't. I don't see it working out. Even if you get X amount, you're still gonna get more value on a travel card or a points card versus a store branded card. The reason also why you don't want to do it, because of Chase's 524 rule, which is they will deny you automatically if you opened 5 cards within 24 months. So you apply to your Bass Pro Shop or your Macy's or your Target card, now you got 4 cards, 4 card limit. So at the end of the day, it's not worth it. No, absolutely not. Don't do it. My husband applied for a Bass Pro card and he didn't tell me about it, and he just did it in the moment, because obviously, you know, like salespeople, I mean, the freaking cashier, they're gonna hype him up and stuff. And when I found out, I almost fainted. I kid you not. I was like, you're married to me. How could you do such a foolery? Mistake number 4, hoarding points. Again, there's a lot of mistakes you could be making that are worse than hoarding points, but hoarding points is definitely a mistake. Why? Because programs get devalued all the freaking time. Last year, I flew business to Japan in ANA The Room. You can watch that video here. It was 45,000 points for one person, one way in business class. That was through Virgin points, by the way, and now it's automatically already 52,500, and Virgin devalued it just this year. So what I'm saying is that because programs get devalued every year, which is basically points inflation, you're just letting money sit there, you're just letting points sit there that's going to be devalued. You know what I'm saying? Always have some sort of goal so that when you are accumulating points, you kind of have an idea of what you want to do with it. Let's say you want to do an epic trip or a honeymoon, or you want to take your parents out, or you want to take, your sister out, whatever it is. Have like a little goal in your mind so that you kind of work towards it, the points you accumulate on something specific, or on how to redeem it as well. I would plan to use the points within 1 to max 2 years. I wouldn't go over that because of the devaluation and the points inflation. So churn and burn, baby, churn and burn. Mistake number 5, ignoring Chase's 524 rule. What is the 524 rule? 524 means that if you have applied for 5 credit cards within 24 months, they don't care if your credit score is 801, a million bajillion points, whatever, they will still deny you automatically. That is the rule, automatic denial. The 524 rule accounts for all credit cards. It doesn't need to be Chase. It could be any credit cards. Any personal card that you opened will count towards that 524. And if you have met the 524, Chase automatically denies you. This is only applicable to personal cards, okay? Personal credit cards. So business cards don't count, most, not all. Here's the breakdown. If you're already at 524, applying for the 6th card, being a business card, you might get denied as well. So you'll want to do it before you hit that 5 threshold within 24 months. This is an unofficial policy, but we all know about it in the travel hacking community. We all know about 524. Also, here's a fun fact. Fun fact. You can apply for Chase Inc. business cards for the same business if it's been at least 24 months. Inside information. I'm here to keep you young and updated. Mistake number 6, booking through credit card portals. I just get so angry when I think about this stuff. I just get really angry. Don't you ever book through credit card portals. There are exceptions, and the only exception is for the pros. And it's the only slot that you can maybe slide through is holding Amex Platinum business card and getting a refund on like the percentage of points that you use booking through the portal. That's the only caveat, and it doesn't work all the time. It only works in some instances. So leave it to the pros, okay? Let's say you want to book a Southwest flight. If you compare it through the portal versus on its own, after you transfer the points, you'll realize that you have to pay a lot freaking less points for the same freaking flight. The credit card portals suck. I said it. They suck. They freaking suck. It's always very, very inflated. And so it kills me when people book through that thinking that they're actually doing something amazing. No. Okay. I had a friend that used 1 million points. 1 million. I took 1 million points and spent it on a $62,000 honeymoon. You can watch it right here. He took 1 million points and took his family to Hawaii for a week. Not even sitting in business class, sitting in economy. And he spent half those points on the hotel because he booked it all. He booked everything through the portal, the entire thing. Broke muscle. It's fine. We won't talk about it. It's fine. But yeah, it's almost always a bad deal, so don't do it. Just don't. Trust me. Mistake number 7, booking flights with points directly with the airline. I know, you're like, Tani, what are you talking about? You just told us that that's a smarter deal over booking through the portal. Wait for it. Sometimes, pretty often depending on the airline, transferring points and booking directly with the airline you want to fly with is not the best way to book. Knowing about the alliances and all the programs like partners to maximize your point redemption is the goal. Obviously, it takes a little bit of research and a little bit of background knowledge. But for example, if you were to book a United flight, transferring points to United, you'll be paying a shit ton more than if you book the same United flight on Air Canada through Airline. So as always, do your due diligence. Don't jump on the first thing that you see. Make sure you search around and get some answers before you book, before you redeem. Maximize the way you accumulate points, and then you also want to maximize the way you redeem points. It's a 2-part game. This part of redeeming is a much more pro level game, but accumulate as best as you can. And if you need help, I do points consultation. just check out my blog and click points consultation and fill out the information, and let's see how I can help you with redemption. So by avoiding all these mistakes, you can stay on top of the game and you're automatically not a noob. If you found this information useful at all, be sure to subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the newsletters. We're always dropping flight deals and tips and travel hacks, so be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!